I've been wrestling with ways to help promote my new book, The Insurrectionist, which has been published and is now available from Terror House Press. And, as I said before, it's a little bit difficult when you've written something that you really strongly believe can have an appeal to more than just the niche audience that you've been appealing to so far. But at the same time, you don't really have an easy means of publicity. Having published with, again, a press that is a small press, and again, I'm not complaining about that at all. But larger presses have a budget for getting the word out, and of course they flood all the bookstores, and you see advertisements on Amazon and what have you, and it's there's more oomph given to your book. Whereas when you publish with a small press, a smaller press, then it's sort of like it's harder to give it the wind under the sails, as it were. And so I'm trying different tactics with The Insurrectionist to try to reach a larger audience. And something that I'm going to try now, something that I'm going to put a little bit of effort into and see what happens, see if it works or not, is I've begun a new YouTube channel which goes under the name The Insurrectionist. And so people who are interested in my book can, if you want to watch this channel and you're interested in other things, but you're not, the book isn't really your thing, of course that's fine. I'm not going to guilt trip anybody for that. But at the same time, if you are interested in the book, and if you want a place to refer other people who might share your interest in the book, and again, I believe that anybody who has any kind of opposition, and we're at least half of the voting public has a major opposition to what's been going on lately. It used to be called the silent majority. I don't know what to call them now, and I don't know if they're the majority, but there's an awful lot of them, and I know that their views, their values, their beliefs are not reflected in the mainstream media, and they're not reflected in mainstream fiction that you find. But I believe that you will find those views reflected in my book, The Insurrectionist. So again, I've begun this new channel, and I'm leaving the link below, and anybody who has interest in it can subscribe. Or again, all of this is there's so much of this that's about word of mouth. When you're not when you don't have a major, when you don't have a publicity firm behind you, when you're not just being granted interviews in places where with a wide or a large audience of people to get the word out, then you are more or less left to you're at the mercy of the word of mouth campaign, and sometimes that works and sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes word of mouth catches on and sometimes it doesn't. But I would just again encourage any one of you, if you feel so inclined. Again, I really don't like to do stuff like this. I really don't. I don't like to be self-promoting. It annoys me to have to do this, but it's a necessity. So in order to become self-promoting in a less maybe less obnoxious way. Not to take up too much space on this channel, because I know that not everybody who comes here is necessarily interested in my book, The Insurrectionist. But I still am going to have to talk about it here sometimes, and if that doesn't interest you, then cool, you don't have to watch those videos. But if you are interested, then I'll have to keep promoting it here, unfortunately. But a place where I can promote it without any pangs of guilt, or without feeling like I'm being an ass, or anything like that, is at the site which goes under the title, The Insurrectionist, which is also the title of the book. Because if you go to that channel, look, I'm taking it for granted that you are at least intrigued by the notion of the book, and want to find out more, or are interested in learning about it, or something like that. So if that applies to you, if you're somebody who either has read the book or plans to read the book, if you have read my fiction generally, and you tend to dig it, or if you're somebody who just shares my general perspective and values, and it can be anybody from the most moderate to the most radical. People opposing the current regime of thought does not in any sense make a person an extremist. As I said before, as I said in a prior video, it in no way means that you're extremist in your way of thinking. It just means that you dissent, that you have a dissenting perspective from what predominates, or it doesn't even predominate, it's what's promoted, it's what's what is allowed to be promoted, as opposed to what may have just as much popularity, if not more, but isn't permitted to be promoted, such as opinions and ideas regarding a certain health campaign that's going on right now, which I won't be any more explicit about than that, but you get my drift. So anyhow, please, if you are interested, please do subscribe and refer others to my new site, my new YouTube channel, The Insurrectionist. And thanks a lot for all of your help, and talk to y'all soon.